This is going to be a really quick review of the Aqua Marina inflatable paddleboard. Right, you get a bag, paddle, pump and fin. The paddles are usually optional, but you get an aluminium paddle or a carbon blend or a full carbon paddle. I've got the carbon guide. I want to say carbon glide, but it's called the carbon guide. And it's the blend of carbon and polyester and fiberglass. It's fully adjustable, so you get a ranging of heights on the shaft, and that suits pretty much all riders of any height. What else are you going to get? You're going to get a high pressure pump. You can see it at the bottom there. That's great. It takes about 10 minutes to pump the whole board up. It is a bit of a workout in itself, but it's quite good. It warms you up before you go out paddling. You also get a center fin, and that's detachable, which is great for packing it away as it doesn't stick out like that. The bag just wraps around it, which is quite simple, but it does the job really well. Because sometimes stuffing a board into one of those big waterproof bags is really difficult. There's the fin, and that just basically slides into the back of the board and has a little locking pin. Right, I fold it up like this, it's just the way I do it, and then I'm just going to unfold it, and then we're going to pump it up. You can pump it up by hand, and that will take about 10 minutes, but I've bought a secondary electric pump that I've connected to the car, and that pumps it up again in around about 10 minutes. Board once inflated, around about 13 to 14, maximum is 15 psi, but it's great at any pressure really above 10 psi. Right at the front you have D-rings and the bungee, and that's where you'd store a bag, shoes, whatever, and you can stick the paddle under there when you're not using it. The deck of the board is made of like a EVA, and it's like a honeycomb pattern that's put onto it. It's got fantastic grip. And basically what also makes it really good is that it goes all over the sides and also almost the entire length of the board. So there's great areas for you to be really maneuverable. You can walk up and down, adjusting your position on the board. And by being on the side, it gives you extra grip, and just in case you put your feet too far to either side. There is a handle, great for carrying it. It's quite simple. And again, there you go, it wraps around, adds sort of a bit of protection to the side of the board. Here's the back, and there's another D-ring for your leash, and that's a valve where you inflate the board. The construction is sort of a double-walled construction. It's really tough. There's the deck, and it's sort of stuck right round. Once you pumped up, this one's only pumped up to about 12 psi. It's super stiff, and basically what you're trying to get from an inflatable paddleboard is a really stiff board like a solid board. This achieves it by being quite thick, around about 15 centimeters or 6 inches. It's really thick, really stiff. The front and back have reinforced areas that are just basically where you like to bump it. So that keeps it nice and safe. It's got a rocker to it as well, so the front of the board is slightly angled up, and that helps it go over chop over the sea and over waves quite nicely. Being 12 foot long and about I think about 32 inches wide, it's really stable. It's really good in flat water conditions and going on the sea when it's quite calm. And I've also taken it out into small surf, and it has worked so well. It is difficult to get the rails of the board into the water to get into a turn, but it's so much fun. It's hard, but great fun. This board is fantastic. You're not breaking the bank, and it's going to offer you years of fun.